Inbound is clear. Started push brake.
We are ready for contact.
658, 1 clear of the Hong Kong Air 330. Body for started push.
Park brake release and pushback fluid check.
Channel 94, towards the company 320 inbound to gate 108 is clear.
120.
3097, turn south 184.
Ready for recap?
Lima 1 to go on to the 0 and out of right.
07 right, no changes. 5000 now. Example. Gold standard, having selected. 70 MB, initial fuel height. Any questions?
Hey y'all, Chuck and Paige here in ThatPhanom, Thailand. Today I'm going to answer the ongoing question of how do I get to Thailand in 2021? That's a very difficult question to answer because it's changing like moment to moment. But today I'm going to give you the tools to be able to look at, even if you watch this video from a month from now, how to get current information on what it takes to get to Thailand, and also what it takes to stay in Thailand, and some information about acquiring health insurance in Thailand, visas, and acquiring COVID insurance if you're a long stay visa holder in Thailand here, and some other helpful information. So anyway, I've got to get on the computer, my computer, because I think she's buying stuff on Lazada on this one. No. Not yet. Just kidding. Anyway, let's go to the computer. Okay, here we are at the command post. Let's get on the internet here, and I'm going to show you guys a website that will give you up-to-date current information as it's happening, is what they claim. I think it'll be as current as you could possibly get, if that's even possible in Thailand. But anyway, let's check it out. Okay, here it is. The name of the website is called ASQ Hotels by Thai Visa Center. Now this website claims that they update it anytime things change in Thailand, which usually they have a meeting every day, but usually they make changes at least once a week in Thailand, it seems. But this website claims that they have current information, and you can see it was last updated here on April 29th, 2021. So if your preferred language is one of these, you can feel free to click that. But let's kind of scroll through the website and kind of see what it offers. You can also follow them online application to get current changes as they come. So first step to come into Thailand is going to be the COVID-19 insurance that you're required to have. This is a question that's brought up a lot because people are not really sure where to get the insurance, but here it is. Just click on the little bright lettered thing that says COVID insurance for nomads. And this has information on what it covers. It gets in detail. Also some prices. But what it also does And what I do highly recommend when you travel anywhere in the world is to buy traveler's insurance, because it's very inexpensive to buy traveler's insurance, and most of the time you don't really need it, but it covers a lot of things in case you get your luggage stolen or lost, or God forbid get hurt, or even get some kind of crazy disease. It also gives you medical coverage. You can view the benefits and travel insurance as well, and you can view all that stuff. So this is a pretty helpful website. Also, traveler's age, which most people that come to Thailand are in this range, maybe not 10, but maybe closer to 39. And if you're older than that, of course, you can click on this and get different pricing. Now, what Thailand has done, it has increased its exempt tourist on arrival visa to 45 days, which gives you the extra 14 days that you need, or 15 days that you need to take care of your ASQ, your quarantine. Now, just not too long ago, they reduced it down to 7, but because of the current situation, they put it back at 14. And who knows what it's going to be by the time you come, but you can always go on this website and see exactly what the requirements are at that moment, hopefully. Anyway, you can see what it takes to get here. It's 1,300 baht now for insurance for 30 days, 45 days, and so on and so forth. Now, you can even get insurance up to a year, which is about 16,000 baht. But I'm going to show you a little later, if you're planning on staying in Thailand, I'm going to show you a company that you can get once you've lived in Thailand for 6 months, and it's a fraction of that cost. We'll get to that a little bit later. If you're wondering if you're in a country that is visa exempt, then just click the little list here. At the moment, these are the countries that get 45 days on arrival, and shows 30 days, 90 days, and so on and so forth. Certificate of entry. Now this you can click on, and you can print out the form. Non-Thai residents, English, not Chinese, confirm. And we can go through this and kind of look and see what it's going to take to get the certificate of entrance form. Let's see how far we can go. Anyway, you just fill all this stuff out and go from there. Okay, your step 4 is your flight. You have to get your flight secured before you make arrangements to get the hotel. I know that sounds strange, but that's what you got to do. Step 5 is the ASQ. From here it says current information on how long you have to stay in the quarantine hotels. So if you want to look at prices or find a hotel, just click here. You can do your little price range, whatever you want. And you can search, let's just say Phuket, and it gives you some prices. Wow, that looks like a starting at 155,000. Yay! Maybe we should look at something different. Well, how about cheapest ASQ hotels? Here we go. 29,000 baht, 30,000. Roughly, that's about $1,000 US for a 15-day stay, meal included, and all the other little extras you get to have while you're staying in your room. I think I've never done it, but people tell me that depending on the place, they allow you to go in the resort after so many days. Somebody could probably share their little information here if you feel like it in the comment section of this video. But anyway, here is a list of some of the places to stay. Step number 8, come to Thailand. Prepare your T8 document, your declaration form, passport, flight tickets, insurance, ASQ, booking voucher, certificate of travel or certificate of entry, medical certificate with the laboratory results that COVID-19 is not detected, and you have to install the Thailand Plus application on your mobile phone device. Start your quarantine. Once you do that, you can then enjoy Thailand. Yay. Yay. Anyway, this is a helpful website. You can scroll through it yourself. Just pull it up and see if it seems, to me it kind of seems a little easy, but of course it's extremely time consuming now, considering the current events. Some people that I have talked to didn't know this, so I'm going to share this information. Your actual visa starts by the time you enter the Thai airport. Once you go through immigration and he stamps your passport, that's the first day of arrival in Thailand. So it does not start once you get out of your quarantine hotel. That's kind of why they gave you the extra 15 days, because typically on arrival visas were only for 30 days. Another way to come to Thailand if you're planning on staying longer than 45 days is go see your local Thai embassy or your consulate and talk to them about whatever your plans are. You want to come with a tourist visa that usually allows you 90 days, 60-day visa with a 30-day extension, or you could get whatever, a long-term visa, a retirement OA visa. The OA visa requires you to have long-term health insurance, and in order to get this you really have to go to the website and you have to look on there and try to pick the best insurance that really they recommend to really kind of help your transition through immigration easily. Now, that being said, you can use your own personal insurance as long as it fits the minimum requirements, but you have to have an affidavit filled out, and they do provide that form for your insurance company to fill out. Now, wherever you're at in the world, you can go on your Thai immigration website and you can look at long-term OA visas. And once you go on to OA visa, it will tell you exactly what it takes to obtain that visa, and somewhere in there is going to be your insurance requirements. Once you click on that, you're going to see long stay insurance. This is what it looks like. And here we go. If you want to get a non-immigrant OA visa right here, just click on that and it'll give you the list of insurance company. Now, I'm going to tell you this first one here, this Pacific Cross, has been pretty good to people that are over the age of 65 years old. So if you're around 70, this is the insurance company that you should probably look at. This is the one that I have right here. And I've shared a video, I'll share it again, and you can see exactly what I have if you're planning on staying here long term. It cost me roughly about $860 a year, and it's pretty good. Now, of course, for some whatever reason, it seems like it's a little different price outside of Thailand. Here's what I recommend to you guys if you're planning on staying in Thailand or you're on the fence. Just come to Thailand on a tourist visa, get the 90-day or 60-day with a 30-day extension. You can then try to secure an account, a bank account if you like. A lot of times it's difficult without a long-term visa, but see an attorney and I recommend this. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and I know a lot of people that have done this on their own, but I feel like most people can't. Not because they're stupid, but because there's so many different things that change. There's so many changes in the immigration system, and these agencies or law firms, they know exactly who to talk to, and the immigration department knows how to deal with them, and it's an easy process, and the amount of money that it costs is just about nothing to do it hassle-free. That's just my recommendation. I'll share a link to a law office that's right across the street from the Thai embassy. They have done a lot of help for my many viewers, and if you guys watching this video today had any dealings with the law firm that I'm recommending here, please leave a comment, good or bad, in the description box. I'd appreciate that. So the easiest way, if you want to try to do this yourself, is to obtain your long-term stay O visa in Jantiem, which is in Chonburi province. Reason why is because that is where most Phalangs, which are foreigners, live in Thailand, and immigration there is extremely easy and a lot less paperwork and just really easy to deal with most of the time. I know somebody's got a bad story they're probably typing right now. But anyway, they're the easiest place that everybody by far has told me in Thailand to deal with. So anyway, up to you. But there's a lot of agencies also in Jantiem. Be careful with agencies. Try to ask around other people and maybe they can lead you in a direction where they know where there's some good people. So only one I'm going to recommend you to is a Thai law firm that's in Bangkok, and they can help you throughout your entire process here in Thailand. If you want to buy a car, if you want to open a business, if you want to get any kind of visa, work permits, anything like that, or if you have any problems in Thailand, you get in a motorbike accident or anything, you can. These people are really good people to have on your side. So for a little bit of money, and I don't get a kickback from them, I'm just sharing it because it actually works and it's helped a lot of people. Yeah, let's move on. Right now, I think this whole year and probably next year, I don't know, you're gonna have to have COVID insurance. Actually, it's not required for foreigners that are already living in Thailand. It's not required for me, as I'm an O visa holder, so I don't have to have health insurance. I'm not required to, and I'm not required to have COVID insurance at this time. I'm not really required to have anything but a certain amount of money in a bank account and not cause any problems. But anyway, there's only really a couple of companies that sponsor COVID insurance for foreigners. I'm going to share this one with you right here. This is my policy here. It's under 1,000 baht, and you can see what it covers. I think for like 120 baht or something like that extra. It also gives you insurance for if you want to take the vaccination here in Thailand. It gives you insurance on any symptoms that you may get from taking the vaccination, if you want. Anyway, a lot of people that live here in Thailand have asked me about, hey Chuck, where did you get your insurance that's under 1,000 baht? Because it's difficult to find these things as a foreigner. Luckily, I have a really good wife that likes to do the research, and she found it for me because I think it's important to have just in case. Because if you're traveling in Thailand, and this is just my opinion, and you come up with COVID even though you don't have any symptoms, they're going to put you in a state quarantine system for a minimum of 14 days. As long as you test clear, they'll release you. But I honestly think it's going to cost us in the long run to facilitate us. That's just my opinion. Anyway, the cost of the insurance is about as expensive as 2 Thai massages. So what are you losing? A couple of Thai massages? On a side note, for people that live here in Thailand, we have to do a 90-day check-in. As long as you have claimed your residence through immigration, you got to report in your province every 90 days, show up at immigration, tell them I'm here, I still live here, and they give you another little piece of paper, stamp it in your passport, and you see them again in 90 days. But they have the online working now. A lot of people I know haven't used it or tried to use it, and it's not working for them. But right now they have fixed it countrywide. So try it out. You got to remember, there's a couple of things you really got to remember when doing the 90-day online check-in. You have to do it around 2 weeks, about 2 weeks prior to the time you have to go to immigration. no less than 1 week. If you do it, I think at day 7, it's not going to go through because they want you to have a couple weeks time because it's online to be able to do it. So if you do it 3 days prior, it's going to kick you out. It's not going to do it. You'll have to go in. So remember, do it 2 weeks prior to the time that you have to go into the immigration on your 90-day check-in. And they claim it's up and running, and they even, before they shut it down, they even kind of redid everything, and it looks pretty good. I just got a new passport because mine was full, so I had to go into immigration, but the site was actually down anyway at that time. Anytime when you come to Thailand, your first 90-day check-in has to be done in person. Or anytime you get a new passport or something's changed with you, you have to go in. If you move or something like that, you get it. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. One more thing for people that want to know current information on Thailand, you can actually go watch the videos in English from the CCSA reporting. During this new wave, they're doing it every day. Before that, they were doing it like once or twice a week in English. And you can get, but right now it's every day. I'll share that with you, and you can watch and listen to current information on what's going on in Thailand.
When and where appropriate, and to revitalize the tourism sector. So it is planned that after this year, on the 1st of January 2022, early next year, all foreign tourists who have received the vaccine will be able to visit Thailand without any quarantine requirement. And talk about vaccine. What
the current restrictions are, and instead of listening to your buddy at the bar or some blog site where a lot of it is opinionated, you can hear it from the actual government themselves and keep up to date. The best thing you can do when you're going to move overseas is learn how to find the best possible accurate information so your stay will be as good as it possibly can. That being said, one thing you have to remember throughout this whole entire process of coming to Thailand, once you hit that airport, you need to leave your expectations in the immigration line. Because after that, don't expect that you know everything. Don't expect that the information that I'm telling you is correct. Don't expect anything, because typically, depending on where you're at, where you go, who you talk to, it's different. I'm talking about officials. I'm not talking about people. People have different stories too, but it's not that they're wrong. It's because their circumstance is different in their area. Some parts of Thailand is very difficult as a foreigner to try to get anything, like if you want to get a marriage visa. They've never done it, and it's amazing. You would think, wow, you should know how to do this. You're like an immigration officer. But keep your expectations at the airport. Remember, this is not our country. Things are different, and just have some, just smile. Smile always fixes everything in Thailand. Trust me, smile. If you see two Thai people collide in the middle of an intersection on a motorbike, the first thing they're going to do is smile. It's crazy. Just check it out. Trust me. But anyway, leave your expectations at the airport. Have a great time. Be open-minded. And just remember, whatever you read may not be the same in Jantiem versus going to here in NakhonPhanom. So I hope this video was informational for you. If it was, don't forget to give me a like or a thumbs up. Just hit that little button down here on the bottom. We've got a lot of fun things fixing to happen. Right now we're kind of stationary, but we are planning to go to many places, and we want to bring you guys along. ขอบคุณนะครับ โชคดีครับ I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.